Does the clear cooperation rule stop pre-marketing for flippers on their investments? What were you thinking last night?
So I started thinking because I got the question from somebody that owns the home and is flipping it, and they wanted to post some photos on their Facebook page, but their broker told them that they could not, which is a little preliminary at this point because it hasn't gotten there.
Just to give people a little bit of context, you have promoted homes over the years under the brand The House of Social Media Built.
Yes, I mean, I am 100% marketing those properties.
Marketing
off
them.
MLS.
The address is typically given well in advance of the party and when it's actually listed.
Yes.
And so in Nicole's situation, what they're doing, she's creating a lot of buzz on social media and then having the fans of this project, right? Because on a flip, they're redoing oftentimes the entire kitchen. They're going down to the studs on these homes. Mm-hmm. And Nicole's having people, the fans, vote on the finishes, counters, countertops, cabinets, whatever it may be, flooring, colors, paint. And so while there's fan engagement, there's this voting process, there's also a level of pre-marketing. In fact, you're actually bringing more eyeballs onto the property than would have ever known about this. People just driving by, hey, what's the work going on? Is it going to go on market? Is it not?
Well,
you're deliberately telling people this is going to go on the market once we have our party, vote on the finishes. Is this breaking the clear cooperation rule?
In my mind, it is.
Certainly is.
So what my question was to you was, if I have ownership in the home, would I then be somehow excluded from that? And then you said, well, maybe not the address. So
if you're an agent under NAR, you're not excluded from the rule because you own a home. I would say that we already know. We have enough information to say that is not some type of exclusion.
The whole thing, though, is very interesting because there are multiple people even on our team that work with investors, and obviously not to that level. Like, they're not voting and they don't have, 10,000 followers on a Facebook page. But I mean, they certainly are going to these homes and being like, hey, like the walls are down, or hey, like, I'm getting photos taken. Or again, I mean, I feel like there's plenty of real estate agents though too that are doing the same thing. I mean, there's so many realtors that are flipping homes or condos or what have you that I see all the time.
And so my big question, maybe, and I'll be the first one to admit when I'm wrong or I haven't done enough homework.
We definitely haven't done enough homework.
And with all of the reading I've done on this, maybe I'm not seeing it. Maybe I'm confused. I'm looking for you guys, and hopefully we can get.
We will definitely get somebody sitting next to us next week to clarify.
But what I want to know is, if you do not disclose the address, say you are doing a flip, and you do not disclose the address, but you're going to document the 3-month journey of renovating the kitchen, redoing the flooring, choosing paint colors. If you're going to document that over 3 months without choosing to disclose the address, does that suffice the clear cooperation rule? I don't know that it does. And in your example of throwing a big party at the end, how do you get that address out there? I guess in our situation, you could go coming soon, 2 weeks, put it on the MLS, and in 2 weeks get the address out there. But then that could impact the number of people that show up to the party.
Well, I think I don't think I have to put that many photos on the coming soon. So that doesn't alarm me. I mean, I guess we could also go the route of doing a listing and just saying that we don't want it on MLS. But I just feel like there's going to be so many of those popping up that, like, I feel like there's going to be like almost like a ripple effect, that there's going to be some additional rules put on. You can't put it on then MLS after a certain, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought even a bigger point, flippers and investors that hold a broker's license and that have chosen to be a part of NAR, whether their broker's a part of NAR and they're going to cooperate in their local MLS, are these investors now going to be stopped from showcasing their work? Builders, contractors, investors, are they now stopped with this rule from showcasing their work ahead of time? That's exactly how a builder gets more business, is showing, hey, we're working on 123 Main Street right now. Our contractors here, they're installing the countertops. These guys over here, they're putting in the flooring. Let's go over and talk to Jimmy, the flooring guy. And that's how they promote their workmanship.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
This is,
unless they're putting their, I mean, obviously they could put their land on the market. It just, I actually feel really bad.
You feel bad?
I do. It just, it's,
I mean,
again,
I don't feel bad.
I think we just need to get some answers. Well, I mean, it
We need to
could
get-
literally shut down an entire business that I've built.
That is true. We definitely need more answers.
Yes.
And this whole time I've been like, hey, this isn't going to impact us. You know, if we do it coming soon, we just follow the MLS rules. There's no impact. But this does.
I mean, what if you
bring up
ever
a big
wanted to get
question.
into flipping a house?
I know.
I mean, granted, I mean, it'll just go on the market like everybody else, but like all that was the reason that I started House Social Media Built, was because there's now with social media, there's just so much time to be able to build up to when it's done.
If you look back at the Realtor Mag, and we can link that back up again this week. It was used in last week's show, but one of Kathy's points, who is, again, the CEO of the Connecticut MLS, the Smart MLS here, she said in the past, you know, if somebody calls an office because they've seen this type of marketing, so maybe they've been following the House of Social Media Built.
Oh, so it's my fault?
No, I'm just saying, then they call the Ravis, you know, our broker is William Ravis here in Connecticut. Maybe they call not you, but they call the William Ravis office, and they start asking questions about the home. And to her point, the agents there now, you're not cooperating with those agents. They don't know the information.
I've always welcomed agents.
No. I'm just saying in this scenario of the pre-marketing phase. So this puts a huge wrench, certainly in your business, the House of Social Media Built, potentially.
Potentially. I mean, I think it's going to put a wrench into a lot of, especially agents that are flipping themselves.
Yeah.
I mean,
and if we are missing something here, we're going to get this cleared up going next week. So tune in next week. But if you already know we're missing something, put it in the comments and let us know. Link it up, and I'll be happy to look at that. But yeah, we need more clarification.
Or you know what I also would love, if you have any questions that maybe we're not even thinking of that you want us to ask this individual next week, do it now, because
she's coming on next week. She doesn't even know it.
She doesn't know it yet, but there will be another face on episode 106 next week.
We're doing a back step on this one. The two-step? The back step?
I don't know.
What is it?
I don't know.
We're backpedaling.
We are. Well, but I think it's really important. I think that this is one of those rules that there is enough around. It's here. It's like it's coming.
And it sounds like there's going to be MLSs with different iterations of the rule. There's going to be some flexibility in that article that talks about flexibility for local MLSs, and they're helping these MLSs up to May 1. So there's still... I thought it was pretty clear. I thought the clear cooperation was pretty clear. You've muddied it for me.
Sorry.
So we're going to figure that out. All right. It could be a racket, though. Do you think it's a racket now?
I don't.
Could be a racket.
I'm afraid to say anything at this point.